By the end of this video, you're gonna learn how to be happy with less. So I want you to do me a favor. Close your eyes. Imagine you lost everything in a fire. Your house burnt up, your car burnt up, your dogs, your books, all of your prized possessions. Everything just gone. Now I want you to imagine how that would feel. How sad you would be, how absolutely desperate you would be. You don't have a home anymore. All right, take a deep breath. And I want you to open your eyes. And now imagine how it would feel if you got all of that back. If it went away for only 5 minutes and you were devastated. How you would feel once it came back to you. Once your dog came back to you, your books, your favorite prized possessions, your cars, whatever it is that you love. My question is, what did you lose that made you the most sad in your mind? Like what would make you the most devastated if you actually lost it? Was it a living being? Was it an animal? Or was it just things, stuff, vapor, things that don't really matter at all? So I quit my $105,000 job per year. I just quit. Like I had enough. I couldn't do it anymore. I was working, your typical 9 to 5 and in corporate America, and I just felt like day after day I was dragging myself out of bed to go to this job. And I thought I made it. I thought I was set once I hit 6 figures. I thought I was gonna be good to go. I thought I could buy a new car, I could, go on these luxurious vacations and pay my mortgage, but none of that actually happened. What ended up happening was something quite the opposite. And I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like we're, as a society, told to go to school, get a job, climb the ladder, get as fast as you can, as far as you can. And why are we not stopping along the way and smelling the roses? In your 30s especially, you start to realize that those things don't matter. A new car doesn't matter. Like having a big luxurious home, of course, who doesn't want that? But that's not what brings us happiness at the end of the day. I was so stressed out and I started to have the Sunday scaries, and I was pushing every day just to get up and go, and I was losing my mental health. I was losing my actual physical health because I didn't have time to go to the gym. And so I just quit. And that might seem crazy, but I'm chasing my dreams and I'm chasing something that actually fuels my fire. And not a lot of people have the opportunity to just quit, to have a fail-safe. I'm fortunate enough that I do. Happiness is not tied to money. Not happy where you're at right now, I want you to listen up, because there's a few different things that you can do right now. Even though you necessarily can't quit your job tomorrow, there's some things that you can start setting yourself up to live that dream life, because it's completely capable for you. So the first thing is identify your values. What are the things that you feel hit close to home? Things that, you desire more than you desire that new car. It could look like freedom, family time, health. Like, what are your core values? What do you want to make more time for? You need to realize your actions are guided by your values. So you may not understand or realize it, but you're probably in that job because you have a family to feed. And so your core value is family. So it's time to find a different way, right? It's time to find a different way of living to where you're not living uninspired. You're not living in this dreaded rat race of society. Like, you can break out. It's just a matter of believing that you can and having actionable goals to get there. It might take 5 years. It might take 10 years. But isn't that good? Isn't that worth it? If at the end you get everything that you desired? Step 2, we're gonna learn how to live with less. So I want you to audit everything that's in your space. Like, start with one room. Let's say your office. I want you to declutter everything. Think about, if you look at a corner, have you touched that stuff in 3 months, in 6 months? Have you done anything with that corner? Like, I'm literally looking at my corner right now and it's just full of clutter. Like, look, I am not perfect either. And so I have some of my own advice to take, but look in your corner and say, all right, we're gonna start here. And if I don't need it, if I haven't used it, it's going away. We're getting rid of it. Because the reality is, we don't really need that much to live. We consume way too much. So once you realize that you start decluttering and freeing up your space, your mind also starts to free up. Okay, if you really want to find happiness, and to live that life that you're desiring, you've got to reassess your finances. And I know, budgeting, that's a gross word, but it's completely necessary. So for an entire month, I want you to go back and look at everything that you spent on groceries, gas, entertainment, movies, things that you really don't need. A big one is subscriptions too. A lot of people just waste Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus. Like, do you really need 3 different streaming services for movies? No, like you could probably live on one of them for a good 6 months to a year. Once you become more mindful about where your money is going, that's when you can start really honing in and figuring out, okay, how much do I actually need to live on per month? If your mortgage is $2,000 a month, of course you're gonna need a little more than that, right? For food and groceries, but it's up to you. Like, do you want to live minimally, or do you wanna keep being stressed out of your mind making this money, but have no time for yourself? It's really a hard balance, and I completely understand, and that's why I hit my wall and I said, pretty much, excuse my French, F it, like I am out. I'm gonna go figure out what Shay desires and what sets my soul on fire, and I just want everyone to do the same. I think if we really focus on the things that brought us joy, this world would be a lot happier of a place. Like, I think people wouldn't be as pissed off in traffic and mad at the grocery store and easy to anger. I mean, I've noticed I've only been off work for, this is my first week, so 3 days now. And you guys, my nervous system is like completely rejuvenated. I don't have to run on 6 cups of coffee a day. I have autonomy over my life, and although I'm not making a lot of money right now with what I'm doing, I know I'm gonna get there. And it's just gonna be a matter of time and working really hard. Number 4, we're gonna prioritize time over money. So I want you to audit where your time is going. Are you spending extra time at work when you don't really need to? Are you appeasing your coworkers by going out to happy hour because you feel like if you don't go, that they won't like you anymore? Like, so what? Your time is golden. It is the only thing, the only currency that you can't get more of. You can always get more money. But prioritize, look at your schedule and see, where are you spending your time? Is your spouse get on the back burner? Like, do they need a little more quality time with you? Are your kids okay? Like, really just figure out also for yourself, are you okay? Do you have enough time for yourself? Like, do you have enough me time? And that's super important, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Like, if your cup is not filled, you're not gonna have anything else to give to anyone else. So focus on prioritizing your time over your money. Okay, we've already figured out how much we need per month to live. So realistically, could you go down to even part-time with your job, or cut your hours by like 5 hours? There is a way. And it is, nobody's coming for you. I love what Mel Robbins says, like, nobody's coming to fix your life. Nobody's coming to pull you out of bed. Nobody's coming to get you to the gym. Like, this is all free will, and that's such a beautiful thing about free will, is we have opportunity to take our life and do what we want with it. But we all get stuck in these ruts of, I need more, or I need, it's hedonic adaptation. So hedonic adaptation is basically, the more money that you make, the more that you spend, no matter what. Like, I could talk to somebody making $20,000 a month, and they will tell me they live paycheck to paycheck. And I could also talk to someone making $5,000 a month, and they also live paycheck to paycheck. Because humans are so accustomed to, if we get more, we spend more. And with this whole minimal lifestyle, and it's quite the opposite. It is seeing what you have and figuring out if it's everything that you need. And then anything extra you just put away or you get rid of. How do we be happy with less? We're gonna focus on gratitude, number 5. And I know you've heard it, you can't beat a dead horse, like, I get it. Gratitude this, gratitude that, but it actually works, because it takes you from your lack mindset and it puts you into abundance. It's like, man, I'm so thankful that I have my health. I'm thankful there's a roof over my head. I'm thankful for this coffee right here. And it's just writing down at the end of your day everything that you're grateful for. Maybe you woke up 30 minutes earlier that day to pour into yourself, to read a self-help book, to work on your dreams, to write that book, to do whatever it is it's gonna take to get you out of your soul-sucking job. All right, we are gonna set boundaries at work, and I kind of already went over this, but basically stop being the yes man. Like, you are there to do your job. You're not there to do everyone else's job and then appease your boss. I'm sorry, like, your boss can deal with it. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells, that is a problem, because you are there for a very specific reason. And I kind of notice, people, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So start having boundaries, like, hey, sorry, I can't stay late today because I have to take my kid to soccer practice, or whatever it may be. Start having those boundaries in your life, because nobody else is going to speak up for you. Okay, so we're going to slow down a little bit. We're going to be mindful of everything going on around us. I want you, when you wake up in the morning, to just take 1 minute, and I have a morning routine up here that takes like 16 minutes, and it's really fast and really, really beneficial. But wake up in the morning, you're gonna take 1 minute and you're just gonna breathe, and you're gonna set your intention for the day. Okay, you're not gonna go on this, oh my God, I gotta get up, gotta get this person ready, blah, 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 blah. No, we're gonna wake up, 1 minute, you're still in your subconscious. So you're in your most powerful mind, which basically means if you start attracting, like, this is the manifestation mode that you want to be in. So you're thinking, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want my dream life to be. And then you go over that, or you set the intention of being more present today and looking someone in the eye and slowing down and actually having conversations with people that you care for. Maybe go get to know maybe go focus really hard on some deep work on, you have this project you have to get done. Use the Pomodoro method. That's 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest. And you do a couple rounds of that. It's amazing how much work you can actually get done when you're not constantly distracted. Okay, how else do you live with less? It's not necessarily about living with less, but it's being comfortable with knowing that you have everything that you need. And I know people often buy things to fill a void. When I was going through some hell of my own, you guys, I had packages coming to my house like every day. Books, shoes, jewelry, like all the things. And I mean, look at my bookshelf back there. I love it, it's happy, but there's no way in heck I'm gonna be able to read all of those even within the next year. So what I've been doing is, once I read a book, I get rid of it. I donate it, I put it in a different pile, and I'm not buying any more books until I get through those. It's hard, I still struggle, but you're gonna notice once you minimize what you have and you don't like put your happiness in spending and in things, maybe get rid of Amazon for a few months and see how that feels. Like, if you have a spending problem, it is your accessibility that is the problem. So fix that, figure out a way to live with less. If you ever get the urge of like, okay, why am I unhappy? Why am I wanting to spend money on this? Like, I need you to sit down and think about, what is the root cause of this? Is it because you want a quick dopamine hit? Okay, cool. Then figure out a different way to get that dopamine. Text a friend that you love. There are other ways of going about this and figuring out how to live with less. So as being happy in general, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, it's all about letting go and learning how to live with less. Do you have everything that you need right now? Are you starving on the side of the street? Because if you are, I'm sorry, then you definitely don't have all that you need. But if you're not, if your belly's full and you have a roof over your head and you're able to pay your bills, you have everything that you need. So instead of being so miserable, living in the rat race, it's time to shift that. It's time to figure out, how are you gonna get out of that if you're not happy right now? Because life is so short. I think the chances of you being born is 1 in 300 trillion. Like, for the sperm to match up with the specific egg for you and your beauty to be here on Earth is so small and minute. To be living and working a job that you hate and a life that you hate and being in a situation that you hate, get yourself out. Like, this is your call. This is your wake-up call. I'm gonna shake you because it is time to wake up. You can live with less. You can figure it out. If, I've even gotten to the point of being so desperate at my jobs before that I've had roommates move in to just help me pay rent so that I could figure out my own life. So the biggest thing too is, you'll notice right before things get good, like if you're pushing for a dream and it looks really messy, that is right before your breakthrough. Like, you are grinding, you're going hard, and everything is gonna be so chaotic and messy. But that is when you are on the brink of a breakthrough. So hold strong, guys. Take these actionable steps, sit down with yourself, get to know yourself a little bit better, and you got this. If this inspired you at all, please subscribe and drop a comment. Let me know what your dream job is, or if you're currently living in your dream job and how you got there. Like, I'm very curious to see how other people feel about their jobs. And until then, I'll catch you guys later.